Hey, what's up you guys? How's it going? Alrighty, let's take a look at in this video S&P 500, Nasdaq 100 and IWM. These three indices is what we'll take a look at. KOSPI today I won't be talking here because the price action that I talked about on KOSPI guys pretty much as of yesterday, you have to just follow that. Even on Skhynix, even on Samsung, things are looking good so far. Nothing new as far I have here. So not really waiting until the KOSPI opens. So let's just take a look at the market preparation in this video for S&P 500, Nasdaq 100 and IWM. With that, I want to let you know, none of this is any financial advice, only for education purposes, just sharing my opinion. Please do your own thing. So S&P 500, there were some zones I mentioned to you guys. Like first of all, right, like we are bullish, right? We are bullish here. No doubts overall about that. Overall structure is bullish, but we have been a little bit going sideways. Why? Because when we are extended so much, either we're going to do a pullback or slow down. Okay, so it's just doing that part right now. Okay, it's better you see a pullback because that is healthy. That tells us that, okay, cool off has happened, pullback has happened, now we can re-enter. Sideways action a little bit puts a break on you because you're like, should I enter here for the more upside or should I wait for a pullback? And that's where you are waiting if you are doing mostly swing. But if you're doing day trade and all of that, multi-day and all, so let's get to the hourly interval. I gave you some zones, but overall structure is fun even until 758 guys, as I have told you previously, that green zone, right? Okay. So let's get to the hourly interval and let's take a look at what's going on here. So what zone did I give you to see for today? And that was 771, right? This area. I told you that as if you can get above it, your bias will start to look to the upside again. But one thing I also taught you yesterday is, when the market open, are we pushing through from an extension or coming to an extension? Oh, sorry. So let me go back a few steps here. Let me rephrase it what I mean. Are we pushing from a bounce level or are we coming from an extension into the bounce level? That also defines, will the day be a choppy day or a continuation day, provided overall structure is bullish with it, which it has been, and that's why this zone was also to be watched today. What we saw again, unfortunately, pre-market, we still moved higher. What it means, let's get to the 5 minutes interval, which means when the market opened, there's high likelihood of pullback happening into that very zone, which gave it that strength, right? So what did we see? We saw that very thing. That zone is holding throughout the day, but our trade style was bounce trade over here, right? And this is where it then rolled up. Yes, you can trade short as well but just know you are trading against the overall trend then, because we are not multi-day weaker, we are not overall weaker. So just as long as you know this is only your horizon, then only you can do short. Otherwise, stick with the overall structure and accordingly plan your trades. And that's why I gave you this zone, right? So we held this zone, but it's a bounce for a day because it's still a choppy day. So because we came into the zone from an extension already when the market opened, and so that's why that is an indication it's going to be a choppy day. And then you're looking at, okay, which zone is actually that zone that is where things would stabilize, right, and bounce off of. So this was then the bullish trade for the day, a little bit in the choppiness day though, right? So now how to look at it tomorrow, right? Are we still bullish? Let's get to the hourly interval. Yeah, overall we are still bullish, guys, and you are still watching this zone for day trade and manage the multi-day position if you want to, right? And I also use my easy day and swing trading tool, universal indicator, all that stuff in the real time will help you make these decisions, right? So and if you need my tools, details are in the description of this video to have access to my tools. Now 771 below, as if we lose, we can have a downside day, unfortunately. If we hold it, all good. Now if we hold this when the market opens, then it's a continuation day. If we break it when the market opens, it's a downside day. But similar extension rules will apply if pre-market pushes it lower, okay, and if it opens lower and it start to bounce, this becomes your resistance then. All right, so it's a vice versa, but it's around this zone. So this is still the zone, 771, for a deciding factor for the day. Overall, we are still bullish. Pullbacks can happen, but until 758, overall will be fine, but daily and multi-day will start to look weaker than below that zone. All right, so that's pretty much how you are looking at S&P 500 right now. NASDAQ 100. So NASDAQ 100 is also overall still in the bullish price action here, guys. Okay. Now we have a red day today, but we extended quite a lot in the pre-market. We did regain the zone above which at least the strength will come back, which will negate the multi-day weakness or overall structural pullback. That's negated once we got above this zone of 718, 717. Now we did push up, but then kept rejecting at the significant level above. There's a solid line marked by my tools automatically for it. Kept rejecting there today. Okay, so again, it's a choppy day in the market. It didn't come all the way down to this zone, and I didn't trade QQQ. Since the market was extended already for the day, already in the choppiness as I'm showing you, extended overall as well, and even on the day level it's extending but rejecting at the zone above, and it didn't even, so what I was doing is pretty much waiting for it to come to my level. Since it didn't come there, I don't have to force a trade. I did not take NASDAQ 100 trade. Yes, it's a doable trade at this zone, in daily level 723. It can be done here, but was it really worth risk to reward for me? No. I'm not gonna just sit here for this much. Well, it's still, actually, let me correct myself, it's still a good move, but was it a high probability trade for me? No, because we are extended. I wanted either come to my zone or breakthrough, right? But since it was already extended in the pre-market so much, and then we saw it drop, then it was just like, okay, I gotta wait. Yes, you can trade here short and up as well, all that good stuff. Again, as I say, use my my tools that will tell you everything, like easy day and swing trading tool especially, but that would be that for now. Yeah, I didn't trade NASDAQ 100 today. Alrighty, so what are we looking at on NASDAQ 100 going in tomorrow? Not bad though. Price action is still overall bullish, but just keep an eye on this level tomorrow, 721. I'm going to get rid of this. We don't need this anymore. The zone to watch tomorrow is 721 to 720 area. If we lose it, that's where you can expect unfortunately that part of a pullback can happen. If we can hold it above this tomorrow, 721, will most likely be fine on NASDAQ 100. So, but just trade with the level. There is no point in coming up with hypothetical scenarios, because at the end of the day, only zones and level will make you succeed. IWM is still strong and still remains overall bullish here for us, guys, so nothing has changed. There were some zones also near term I gave you. It was already above that and it's already pushed up, so all good. Again, did reject at the highs here at the significant level, but made its way back up there. It is still strong. We can update this zone here for the near side focus. That is, you can use this as a trailing area and so forth as well. But this is the zone on IWM, that 300 above, this thing will be fine as well. Like even multi-day overall day trade above 301 will be fine to the upside. Here only below that, it's not everything is lost, but that can give you day of a cool off, multi-day weakness, part of a pullback technically, in other words. Above that we are just fine. So IWM is still very strong. All right, so yeah, anyways, like this is well, if you're doing swing or multi-day or something, these are not the best time to start a new big position. These are the times to manage your position, already an existing position. Things are like when they just turn around, that's the time to enter, right? So, and then you're doing mostly position management, or if you're doing day trade, multi-day, you can do those in anywhere. Well, day trade anywhere, but multi-day at least still you can do every other day as well for entry and exit, right? Alrighty guys, well that's pretty much what I had for you in this video, and hit the like and subscribe here guys as well. And with that, I'll see you in my next video. So take care, bye.